This is week 14 Project Life, and this week I'm working with the May Citrus Twist Kits Pocket Life kit. Super excited that some of my brush script was included in the kit this month, and the stamps and a few of the journal cards there too. So I'm just starting out by laying out some cards and some papers, and I'm going to trim them all down and round the corners. Just going to start by sticking down this Instax photo, but I'm just going to attach it with my tiny attacher and then glue down that one there, and whoops, missed one, round those corners. And I'm going to start with some stamping. So on my Instax photos I always use StazOn ink because it doesn't smudge as badly and it dries straight away. You do have to clean it straight off your stamps, and it can stain a little bit. So now I'm just doing a little bit more stamping. I do go a tiny bit overboard with the stamps this week, but you know, I was just so excited to see my designs in actual stamp form. I will admit I really struggled with this layout. It wasn't till much later on that I finally worked out what it was that I actually wanted to do. So a lot of the time here I'm just sort of, well, my usual strategy when I don't know what I'm doing is just to keep going, and my motto is always, you know, done is better than perfect. So here I was just putting these stickers on, and man, I struggled to get the wee bits out of the middle, but I finally got it and stick that down. So I'm just tying in these colours from the sunset photo, the red and the yellow and that sort of darker grey blue. Go through all these little die cut pieces, just placing a few to see if they were what I wanted, and in the end I only used the one. So I'm just gonna, it's just a wee sort of tab thing, I'm gonna stick that down underneath the Instax photo. And when all else fails, just add a little bit more stamping. I was going to start working on my title card, and then I saw another stamp that might work on the sunset photo. So it says AM PM, so I'm just circling AM because it was the sunrise. And just seeing whether the yellow worked better on the right or the left there, but I think I want it as my title card. And so I'm using these puffy alphas in the blue and just putting that down, and then I sort of hit a roadblock because there's no numbers in the kit. So I had to come up with another theory, and I decided just to move on to the other photo for now. So again with a little bit more stamping, and then just thinking, what am I gonna do? I was seeing if, you know, one of the papers inspired me, and I did sort of think about these circles, like I've got a real a tiny wee theme, so I thought I'd cut out a circle there and use that on that one, and whether there was any other ones. Again, I'm just sort of playing it by ear because I don't really know where this is going. I just know I'm sort of unhappy with it. In the end, I die cut some numbers from a wee scrap of paper, the same one that's on that bottom middle card, the darker navy blue colour for the title, and just glued those down. And it was here that I sort of worked out what I wanted to do. So I want to make a bit more of a circle theme. So I just used a piece of masking tape, actually, a masking tape roll, to trace out a circle for the top and for the bottom. And I'm just using my piercing tool just to pierce it. I have traced it on the back and pierced through to the front, and then saved you all having to watch me stitch for a while. And so then I was going to cut out a few more circles and just really play up that circle theme. So that one ended up being a bit big, so I've punched that down smaller. And there were a couple of circles on the cut apart sheet that worked well, so I've just used some punches to cut those out as well. Just shifting a few things around, and finally got it looking how I think I might want it. Sticking everything down. and I'm happy. I'm just going to put one more tiny little piece of stamping into the middle of this card here. This is one of my designs. And then I've just got this, realised I haven't finished this last card, so I'm just going to do a little bit of repeat stamping, and because there's a photo in the middle, I only need to go around the outside, so speed that up rather quickly, and then I can stick my photo down and it looks like a pattern paper. And so I'm all done.